What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to a Social Matrix podcast. I am your host, Armin, and today we have my good friend Sergey. He's a lifestyle coach. Sergey, please take it away, brother. Tell us who you are, what you do, and then afterwards, please start out wherever you want to start the conversation.
Okay, so pretty much what I do right now is like I pretty much help thousands of students um, to learn e-commerce and to learn how to succeed in being a businessman and like that. And I also train people individually about life coaching and things like that. I have like a confidence class. Me and Dean actually went in and created this course at one point, which was about unlimited confidence, basically, where people come and approach because I have a shyness class, which was I was teaching people who were super shy, how to approach and how to get better at stuff. I used to have a few dating classes on Udemy. This is where the whole entire PUA community of the secret society got started. Basically, I sent them over to this. And of course, maybe if you join it, that's how you got in. Those are some of the first people, but there has been a bunch of people who joined in over time from other places as well, because those classes has been shadow banned and then actually banned totally from Udemy, not because they are bad, but because the way society actually went with them just not wanting to promote that stuff. And for a while, they were cracking down on that, and then YouTube as well. But thankfully, Facebook still allows us to have the community. And also keep in mind, if you're watching this right now, Facebook is shutting down all the chat rooms
Mm.
from Facebook, but they're moving them to Messenger. So the same community is still there. It's just going to be moved around. And you're probably wondering why. Well, Facebook didn't tell us why. It just decided to do it. So in this specific video, we had part one before. I don't know if you guys watched it. I think part two is going to be better, but that's for you to decide. But I want to talk about dating because I have been doing it for quite some time because I failed at dating initially. Had this awesome girlfriend. I was looking for the perfect girl. I know some guys are doing that. This is the biggest mistake. You look for the perfect girl, you get her, and you don't, you're
Mm.
like, I'm gonna have practice at the best looking chick. I'm not gonna go for a five, I'm gonna go for a four, a three, I'm gonna go right for the nine. So huge mistake. Don't ever do this, guys, because that's gonna mess it up. Because once you get that goal at nine, you're gonna be worshiping her, making sure you're gonna do everything perfect, and you're gonna mess it up.
Mm.
So you have to walk from the grounds all the way to the top again and learn how to do it. So lots of guys make the most simplest, stupidest mistake when it comes to women. They smell bad. And, and I'm telling you, this is like you go back to the caveman style, right? Go back to the caveman, and you guys are like, who cares how I smell, right?
It's
Guess
just-
what? Everybody smelled bad when they were cavemen.
Mm.
Everybody, it was stench was bad. In fact, the stench was so bad that you could smell each other. You no longer could smell bad stenches. You get immune to it.
Mm.
So back then, it didn't matter. Guess what? Today's world, if you smell bad,
Matters.
you're out. You're out, man. So a lot of guys don't think about, hey, do I need to take a shower? They don't take a shower. They go outside. They don't use deodorant. They don't use cologne.
Mm.
They stink. Now, there's a way for you to mask it. You just go ahead, spray some cologne on you. Now, those people who are taking it over to the other side, you know what they do?
Mm. It's the
And
worst thing. It's the worst thing.
and that's just as bad as
Not doing it.
not doing it at all. Almost as bad because you go in there and she's like, whoa, whoa. It's like he's trying too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just smelling like he's trying to like, does he smell bad? That's what he did this.
Mm.
Um, and especially if it's a very bad version of it. Like some guys like to get, hey, I get the cheapest cologne and I save money. Well, guess what? Now you're cheap and now you smell bad because you're using a cheap cologne that everybody wears.
Mm.
That smells bad.
So true. Yeah.
And it makes you just stink, not in a good way. So you want to test that out on yourself. Now, I do sell my own version of this stuff on my Etsy shop, to be fair here, and I have had good success with that, where people actually tried it, and there was this girl was telling me that um, how they because I actually do a man's and a female's edition of it, and she said that this guy was walking on all fours basically because it was so good.
Mm.
And it works. It works. There was the fuck portion, basically, the one that you spray yourself and it's so seductive that she really wants you and stuff like that.
Mm.
But the whole key for you when you do this stuff is you gotta spray it in the right location, like in the arms over here, right there, because those the points of view where the smell, your smell, is gonna react with the cologne.
Sergey, how
And
about this one? How about right here? Because I usually spray myself in between my pecs, like right here. Bam.
but you gotta spray it in a place that it touches your skin.
Mhm.
But at the same time, those are the places where it interacts the best, like right here, right there.
Mhm.
But keep in mind, some people like to do it in the back
Yeah,
instead
me
of the
too.
front.
I do.
And the back is better than the
I do.
front for one specific reason. If she kisses you,
Mm.
she doesn't want
Yeah,
that taste. But
yeah.
if she's not going to kiss you or you know she doesn't go for the neck area, then it's okay to do it here.
Sergey, I have never had a girl randomly kiss me on the neck. Okay, like that, only a girlfriend would do this. Like I
Yeah,
can't
this is
imagine
go. I'm
somebody.
talking about girlfriend.
Okay. Damn, all right. Shit. Okay.
But yeah, if you have a girlfriend, hey, you pick the scent that works best for you. You don't need a seductive scent. You just need a scent that she likes. That's a whole different story. But the thing is, the scent is important, and some guys I have had in this chat room, Armin as well as I do, how like it doesn't matter how I smell, it doesn't matter how I look. They should go me for me.
Mm.
80% of guys, um, there's no, the stats is wrong. 80% of women are attracted to 20% of the guys.
Mm.
That's how many guys naturally are attractive.
Mm.
If you're the rest of the 80%, what are you? You're nobody for them. You are repulsive, basically. So you got to change some stuff around. So most guys are repulsive when it comes to
Mm.
how women perceive them. Now, from guys' perspective, most guys are only attracted to what? To a very small amount of women, like
Oh, okay.
20%.
Okay. I was saying boobs, but okay.
Yeah, but you have to see the face, right?
That's
Because
true.
you might be dating somebody who has like the perfect set of tits, but um, do you really want to look at her? If
You're
that's the only thing like going on, right?
yeah.
Uh, but you have to understand that. So when we're talking about this stuff, the most important thing is like caveman mentality doesn't work in today's world. You gotta do something else. You gotta smell good. Now you have to dress good too. You can't look like a slob. If your job calls for it, that's okay. But when you're going out on a date, you're not gonna look like that, right?
Mm.
So next thing is like how you look like facially and everything else, and the haircut. Now, some guys have a special look. Just make sure whatever looks works for you. Like Armin, you have your look that works great for you. It works for you, so you're
Yeah.
doing this work.
Mhm.
But by the time you figure out how do you look better, facial hair, no facial hair, long hair, short hair, you gotta find what gets most women attractive to you, or even more important, what gets the woman that you want to be attractive.
What was the last one you said? You said what was the last point you just made?
About attraction, it's pretty much not to get all the women to be attracted to you. You're
Okay, I
looking
hear you.
for a specific one.
Mhm.
Like if you have a type, for example, some guys like golf girls, so you better work your way
Yeah.
to get those girls, or sporty girls, and so on. There's different kind of girls out there, and there's different kind of
That
looks
makes
that they
sense.
have. And of course, you have to, like me, I like to be myself. Those guys who are like, I'm going to change my personality for this specific goal. No, it doesn't work good.
Mm,
The best part is like just be yourself and be the best version of you because they're naturally going to be attracted to you. You don't need to fake it then.
mm,
Problem is, if you're faking it, eventually she's going to find out.
mm.
And when she does, she's going to leave you because you faked the whole thing. She found out you're not really who you are.
So I hear this a lot, okay, and I want to ask this question right now before I slip my mind. This is normally when guys are just starting out, and this is not my teachings, okay? This is just what I've heard. But I've heard that there's, individuals out there who fake it until they make it. What do you think of that?
Well, the fake it until you make it. What's your goal, man? If your relationship goal, or are you just like trying to get her in bed? That's like a whole different story here. Most dating coaches only teach you how to get her to that level. They're not going to teach you the relationship part
Mm,
because you might be able to get to that level and you might have a high rate count, but you were not going to have a long-term relationship is the key. I mean, in reality, once you hit and find a nine that you want to keep,
mm,
don't you want to keep doing it with the nine versus just finding another nine and another one and another one?
mm,
That stuff is no fun because you're not getting consistent action. And I'm talking about, guys like to have action.
mm,
Obviously, you're going to be going through dry periods all the damn time
mm,
because you're like, I just want this nine again. This is why people like long-term relationships, not to mention STDs, but let's just not
mm,
even think about that at this point. I'm just saying, like, not to mention it, it's really good to focus on quality. It's
mm,
also good to like finding the goal you really want. And it also comes down to attraction. So you want her to be attracted to you. Now, there is things that you live in a city, big city. You're living in Miami now. You're not living in Boston. The
Yes,
game
sir.
is different here. Now you have to play it on the next level. You're no
Mm,
longer playing it on the Boston level.
mm,
This is whole different game here.
mm.
In Boston, people really don't show off as much as in Miami.
Yeah,
Miami, it's all in your face.
yeah, that's true.
The wealth, the everything.
Mhm.
People fake it, even if it's not real.
That's true. Yeah.
The reason why it's whole different mentality. In Florida, there's hurricanes. One day you have everything, another day you have nothing.
Interesting.
Same thing with California. They know that one day there's going to be a huge quake, everything's going to be gone.
Mm,
Um, and then you have to start all over again. So material stuff, it matters when it comes to insurance. Make sure you
mm,
have good insurance because if it's all
yeah.
gone,
Mm,
you will
yep.
get it again. But in a place like New York, for example, those things don't happen like that. So they don't have those kind of disasters. So
Mm,
people don't flush it as much. I think that's one of the reasons too.
mm,
But yeah, the whole game is different in big cities versus small towns and so on. But I was telling this to one of my students, and I'm not gonna say who it is, but there was a few who like to learn things. And I was telling them that you don't need money, you don't need looks to get women. What you need is confidence, you need a special skill level of things that you do really good at. You have to be better than the rest of the guys. And it can be anything for that matter, but you have to be really good at it. That's the key.
mm,
So some guys are like, okay, I need to do this, this, this. I need to have all this money. And I was telling that money, think about this way. Once you have money, you're competing against everybody else who has money.
mm,
What makes you different than the guy who has millionaire? How you
mm.
gonna compete against him, right?
But so you mentioned about looks, okay? And I'm just gonna poke you with this. What if the guy looks like Smeagol from Lord of the Rings?
So you have to work with what you can, but obviously if you're looking like that, you have to sit in the gym for a bit. That's gonna help you out. Of course, height is also important. If you're short in height, women are very picky. They have a whole bunch of attributes.
Mm,
You don't have to match all of them, but if you match most of them or some of them,
mm.
for example, if you match confidence, you already are higher than most other guys, and so on.
There's a concept called sexual market value. Is this what you're? As like a gamey term of to it, but is that where you're going with it?
Yeah, something like that. It's very important. And also another thing that's very important is what I like to teach is I know I have a shop where I sell pedals and
Mm,
other vintage stuff. And I want to talk a little bit about BDSM and dating.
mm,
Now, the reason why I want to talk about this, I want to clarify a few things that I said last time so you understand more. And the whole thing about why having something like a pedal, and let me see if you can see that thing. Top secret, right?
yeah.
So this is a small one, like a really small version of it. It's not too big, it's not too much. So some guys are like, I need a huge pedal. Well, the thing is, bigger is only better for those who like getting spanked.
Mm,
A lot of girls get turned on by that, but they're scared of the big pedals. So you need to get something small. Now, for those of you who want to show that you're into pedals, obviously, if you have one, it's like a guy who has only $100 in his bank account.
mm,
It's the same deal. You have to have a few of them to show that you know something about them. Obviously, if a guy has 10 of them, that's way better than a guy who has five, right? Just think about this way. It's a numbers game, but it also is what kind of a pedal you have.
mm,
Um, so some goals when you get started, like this one is good because it's small, it's not threatening, and it gets her excited about it. And most newbies are
what's
pretty
level
much
two?
in. They're at very small level. Like for example, here's another one that's very small. It's light. It's not too big. Now there is variations of those too because
Mm,
some of those might look really small and tiny, but the type of wood is very heavy.
mm,
So it can still deliver a pretty good spanking. But remember, it's how hard you spank. It's not, it's like they say with the size matters thing. It's how you use it. It's not the size of it
mm.
that
Makes sense. Yeah.
So it's pretty much the same deal
Mm,
with those things too. So if you're hitting it really hard, it's still going to be painful,
mm,
but you can do it soft as well. But when it comes to females, they want to enjoy it. That's the key. It's not for you to enjoy, it's for them to
mm,
enjoy the session. A lot of guys make this mistake. They're like, oh, I'm going to hit her really hard. Well, most women don't like that.
mm,
You got to find what level she wants to get hit at and do it less than that so she enjoys it.
mm,
Some girls are really into pain. Hey, you need to get some mega size big one, and some of those will not even help that one because they get so used to it. So something like this one is, I was gonna call this thing the Trump, but then I
yeah.
thought Trump is gonna get me for that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I called it the post pedal instead. I mean, really similar to the Trump. That I
Mm,
only have like one of those in my shop. By the way, this thing is
mm,
one mine and one in the shop. So
mm,
this is one of my favorites because it's just the look of it and the size of it is just about right.
mm.
But that's the thing. Um, that's the stuff I wanted to tell you about, and that's not specifically for you because you probably know most of the stuff, but it's a lot to the people who are listening, knowing about those things. And this is a good one, the Lucky Seven.
Is this one better, like more painful than the one you just showed?
No, this is not about pain. This is
Uh,
specifically one that you take. Let's say you're going on a beach doing pickup.
discreet. Okay.
Yeah, it not only it's discreet, it is small, and you've seen the other ones that are small too.
Yeah.
It also looks friendly, but this one is the lucky one
Yeah.
because it's replicant green and there is seven holes here. So it
Mm,
stands for this. This is just lucky addition of it.
mm,
So that's something like that, or Halloween for that matter. It just doesn't look threatening at all, and it's small. So you can use that in places like the beach or like very small places where you just meet her the first time. Now, meeting her the first time and using a pedal, that's a challenge for some guys, but it's
mm.
going to be fun because that's part of the fun here. And like, why are you carrying the pedal? Would be
Actually,
one of the
searching, I have a date right after this, and I'm gonna bring that 16-inch paddle.
the biggest one. So there's two ways for you to go about this. There's the way of the joke, and there's the way of like being serious. And
Mm,
I don't know which one you want to say it. But for example, if she's vanilla, you bring the small one.
yeah.
And
That's
then you
true.
tease her with that stuff. You start playing with her because you're like, hey, look at this. Whenever it gets
Mm.
maybe a small petal, I know you like small sizes. I'm like, and just play around with the words.
I'll bring the
Uh,
one that says behave.
yeah, but if you have a big one, the big ones, that might either intimidate them or like maybe they're like, "Who? I wanna do this." But you have to walk the way
I know.
toward,
Yeah.
and then you show her that. So that's the way you do it on the first date.
Mm.
But if you go on the beach the first time you see them, that's extra credit for you to be able
Mm.
to do it the first time right there.
I love that.
So I just showed you a few things. I don't know if you want to see any more. There's a few more here.
You have the biggest one. The 16 inches, like the badass one.
One of them just fell too. Um, the baddest one, one
Let
of
me
the
take a
baddest
picture.
ones. If you want to see the baddest one, it's this one right here.
All right, I took a picture.
Oh, you took a picture of
Yeah. So I can use
it?
it for a thumbnail. That's a good one. No, I already took the picture. You're
Oh
good.
man, that this would have been better. It
Yeah,
made it
no, that's
huge.
better. Hold up. Let me do it again.
Look how big this is.
3, 2, 1. Okay, I got it. Yeah, that one's beast. Is that
It looks
16
beast. It's
inches?
not that big. It's not that big. It looks bigger that way.
Really? Yeah, yeah, it is huge. Yeah.
Okay, so this is 15-inch.
Mm,
It's a cane. I don't know if you ever tried the cane. The
I've
reason
not.
why it's called a cane because it's much it's a wide, it's not that huge,
Mhm,
and it has 5 holes here. It just gives it a different sensation.
mhm. When I'm not sure if any guys are wondering this. Maybe it's just my kink, but when you're spanking that, how like how to word this question? Like you know like when you spank it stings, right? For some of these paddles, because it has a hole, does that reduce the sting?
The holes are for you to swing this pedal.
I suppose to
So
remove air.
yeah, air resistance. It actually prevents the air resistance because if you have no holes, it's gonna harder for you to swing that.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah.
And you're gonna swing it much harder than you probably should.
Mm. Interesting. Yeah. Good point.
Second thing about the holes, if you hit them hard enough, guess what stays on the other side? The imprints right there.
That's
So
sexy.
that's the second thing about that. So that's the reason why there is something known as the X pedal,
Hmm.
and one of them fell on the floor. So
Don't mind you bending over. It's okay. You bend over. It's fine.
so that's the X one. You see the X?
I like that one.
Yeah, so this one is the X one. That's one of my favorites, by the way. I really like this size, but then I decided this is not badass enough. I mean, it is small and compact, but I made a version 2.0, the same deal,
Mm.
and I made it a little bigger.
Ooh. That's brand new, right? I've never seen that one before in your
Yeah,
shop.
this one is it's a compact version,
Hmm.
but at the same time, as you can see, it's bigger.
I like it.
But it's very much, let's put it this way, you need something small that you can take with you on the go.
Hmm.
This would be it
Makes sense.
because it's not long enough and it's not wide enough, but it fits in most man bags or whatever you call them. You can be able to stick them in. Versus a big one is much longer.
Like a sword.
Yeah. And plus, this one is not as painful. This is another one you see X
Hmm.
pattern to that.
Hmm.
But you can see the difference.
Hmm.
Oh, this one is more badass.
I like also the handles you add to them, just for, it reminds me of Wii Switch.
Well, talking about Wii Switch, some of them been same color as the Wii.
Yeah. Really? That's a comparison you're making?
Yeah, some of them have the same purplish kind of a
Hmm.
purplish blue color to them.
Interesting. Yeah.
There is some of them in the shop.
Really cool.
But yeah, if you want something really great, and I can give you a link if you want something like that. There is a
I
few
like that one.
designs for this one.
I like that one.
But that one is pretty badass as well. So you have any other questions about that?
Yeah, I do. The one you just showed, is that also friendly to bring to the beach? Is that
This
too?
one's a little bit on the bigger side, but as you can see, it's not that big.
Yeah, yeah, it
You
does.
can still
Yeah.
bring that to the beach. And it depends. Like I'm saying, like take a look at the
Oh yeah,
sizes.
you're right. Okay, shit.
It's a little bit bigger, but it's more
Yeah,
wide.
comparison. Mm.
So the question is which one you want. This one is really small. And
Yeah,
some it looks small. They're smaller than that, but you can see the size of my hand and the
yeah.
size of one.
Mm.
Uh, Definitely this one is a little bigger, but at the same exact time, it's still discreet enough because it doesn't look really threatening or anything. But I would not get the red one because unless of course you want to show off, but this one looks more scary because
Yeah.
it's
No, it
unless
does.
that's what you want, the red one,
Yeah.
intimidating. Unless you're going for that specific look. Uh,
Mm. Um, how does, and maybe it doesn't, but you could correct me because you're the expert in this. How does like how does BDSM tie into seduction?
okay, well, that's a whole different ball game, but I'm saying like for example, there's women who are really into it. And if you find those girls who are into it, BDSM is just something that gets them really going. On the other hand, if you find girls in that community,
Mm.
that stuff works very well for them too. But it's a minority. There's a certain minority who are into it, and there is a certain minority who don't even know they're into it.
That's
Those
true.
are the girls who I would say most women are into spanking.
Mm.
Most women.
Mm.
Most women will not acknowledge that.
Mm.
So some of them you have to work your way to get them into it.
Mm.
Much better if you find them when they're 25, then well, they're much older because they're less likely to get into that stuff.
Mm.
So just keep that in mind. But not everyone is into it. Most women like to get spanked. That's the thing. They don't like giving the spanking. So keep
Mm.
that also in mind. They want the guy to be the dom, not the other way around. So
But
that's also important as well.
mm.
And the biggest thing about this is that if you really want to get into trying those out, you should probably get the small ones first so you can learn how to use them
Mm.
for somebody who's new. Of course, you are not, so you can get any ones you wanted, but that specific one, that's not the smallest one, by the way. I'm
Mm.
just giving you an example. Like something like this might be in the middle. This is not the smallest either. There was a little bit smaller size than that too. But this one has been the first edition that I made that was bigger, yet really concealed in some ways in terms of size, like compact. But then I decided, you see, like normally it's like this.
Oh
So
yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
much longer in size. And I'm like, okay, we need a compact one that you can take to the beach or on the go, or somebody wants to get, before this on your in your vacation bag and you
Mm.
fly, you want something like that.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little less understood what that exactly is in some ways. But hey, somebody stops you at the airport and you put this in, fancy cutting board right there.
Yeah. Cutting board, that's a good one. Yeah, I like that. That's a
Fancy
good one.
cutting board.
I didn't think of that.
Especially if you get the ones that are there is other editions of the same
Mm.
exact thing, but they have real wood. That
Mm.
looks like an actual cutting board. And you can say, hey, it's a fancy small cutting board. I like my holes. I
Yeah.
like my holes because I dice my food right into them.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart. You thought about this. That's smart. Yeah. Has that ever happened to you before, Sergey?
No, I was just giving you an example.
Mm.
But yeah, those things, I don't know if you can take them through TSA. I don't think that's going to be really considered as anything.
Well, when I flew down here, I had all my paddles in my bag, and it was okay. Nobody checked.
Yeah, I doubt that anybody cares that you have like a pedal on you and you have you had a
I
few of them on you.
I had like four of them, bro, like in the same bag. Okay.
Oh, so you put them on the on-board bag just in case some women
Yeah.
wants to do it right in the bathroom in the special one high my club.
So yeah, it's
Like
funny.
a lot of people want to do the Mile High Club,
Mm.
doing the sex act, but
Yeah.
you wanted to do the spanking all the way up in the elbow.
That was my plan, yeah.
And puts it right to the next level of kink.
Yeah, cloud nine. Yeah. But I thought for BDSM and seduction, I thought you were gonna bring up lifestyle versus scene play.
Okay, so some people are into the lifestyle, but some people are not. So it depends what you want to get into.
I feel like most people in the community, pickup artist community, they're scene play. Or like I give texting advice. So I'll see the profiles. They'll be like, they'll put in profile, I am dominant, or I am like I'm a dom. Like even for me, the daddy dom, like of course I put lifestyle daddy dom in there, but that's because I live it. But then the guys who are just like scene play, just confident guys, like they're not really dominant or sort of they'll put in a profile like dom. Like it irks me so much when I see guys who are
Yeah,
not
there's
lifestyle.
plenty of people who are not really doms.
Mm, it's
They
confident.
just think they are doms, but they're not.
Mm,
It takes a while for you to establish that because first of all, you need to know what you're doing and you need to dominate them in a way that is pleasurable to them. That's
mm,
part of BDSM.
mm,
And a lot of the new ones are just abusive. So that's not the same deal. Like you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to make them enjoy the experience.
mm,
And that's the whole key here. So if you make them enjoy the experience, that's a good thing.
mm,
Obviously, if you find a girl you really like and you decide you're gonna spank her ass as hard as you can, you're probably never gonna see her again. She's gonna sue you, or or she's gonna press charges against
mm.
you.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
So any of those things can happen. You obviously have to ask for consent first. And second of all, don't do it hard. You at first you want to see what she likes and just do it what she likes. Just
Yep.
keep it on the low. Those girls who actually like, yeah, do it harder. They want it harder.
You
Those are the
ready? Yeah. Yeah.
those are the minority. Those are the minority who really enjoy that kind of stuff. But more than likely, you're gonna find newbies who are into it, and especially spanking. So the whole key, like I was saying, is that if you want to establish yourself as something different
Mhm.
and you want to give her a spanking experience, you have to have a few pedals and you have to know how to use them. And you have to have the low level ones too, especially the low level ones, even if you're an experienced dom, you want to have something that is not that hard so they can get used to it.
That's
You
true.
want to get started with something small. And
Mm,
if you like it, you get the bigger ones later on, or you have the bigger ones even better.
mhm,
But it also already shows that you're dominant, you have the tools that and you know how to use them.
mm,
That is the most important things here, that you're gonna do it safely, consensually, and in a way that they're gonna enjoy the whole experience.
mm.
And that is the key with BDSM. It's like it has to be enjoyable for both parties. And if you really want the girl to keep coming to you, you obviously have to make it enjoyable every single time for her, not for you. I
So,
mean,
guys gonna, I mean, I appreciate what you said. Guys gonna look at this and they're gonna wonder like steps, like how do I not only get started in it, and not even just that, but when they're in the presence of their woman, how do they, I have an idea in my mind, but I wanted to see how you take it. How can they, I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, how can they step-by-step process when they have the girl in front of them? How can they, get her to be comfortable? Maybe safe word.
okay, so what I think what you're asking about is the paradox of a newbie.
Yeah. Yes.
So we have a guy. Sometimes the guys are like, okay, what do I do? I want to introduce this girl into this, right? And they keep waiting until date number 10 or 20 or whatever. And then they could go ahead. You want to get spanked? No,
Six and child.
that's not how you do it. First of all, it's small size,
Yeah.
but that's a different story.
Yeah.
But the problem is that you introduce them to that too late into the equations. They already know you as this guy, and
Mm,
then you become this guy.
mm,
So that's not going to work well. So if you want to get somebody into it, you got to start right away when you're talking to them. They need to know all your cards. They need to know who you are.
Mm,
So if you like to give spankings, you tell her right up front, that's what I do. And do you like it? And then you, of course, some women don't like it. And if you find a girl you really like and she's not into it, well, then you have to date this girl. If you want to date her,
mm,
you have to respect that she doesn't like that stuff.
mm. That would suck.
That would suck, yeah. But if you like that kind of a girl, you would just have to skip that part.
Mm,
Secondable, some girls are like open into some of it.
mm,
So exploit her limits and then play along, like, and that's it. Just keep it respectful. That she likes this. Do you really have to use more? Probably not. But the ones that if you really want to get into it, you want to look for those who are more open-minded,
mm,
who are initially really turned on by this. And then you're like, okay. So that's how you find out in the interaction,
mm.
first date, second date, third date. That's how you find out she's into it. And then you introduce the pedal as quick as you can. And not the biggest one, the smallest one, especially if she's new into it. And then, of course, as you're doing it in a way that she really enjoys, she get orgasm from it. If that actually works really that well, that you know how to spank that good, then she will keep on wanting maybe harder or maybe more of that same stuff.
Mhm.
So you gotta sexually please her and introduce the pedal into it at the same exact time. So that's kind of like how you play it all along.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
the best way to you to learn this obviously is to do it with a bunch of girls until you
Mm.
get this
Yeah,
method
find a medium. Yeah.
perfected basically. So
Mhm,
the next one, it's easier and easier and easier to do the same exact thing. You're just
mhm,
getting better at the same thing.
mhm. I had one question. Oh, I should have interrupted you. If you keep going, I'll remember.
Well, now I have to remember which question you had.
I know, I have to, yeah. No, I asked about the steps. I said like the steps, like safe word or something.
Oh yeah, the safe word. Okay, so the safe word, you have to figure out what is the safe word, but you can also figure out a regular safe word, like stop would be a safe word as well.
Mm,
So you have a specific safe word, but then you also have something known as, hey, listen, if you really want to stop, just say stop.
mm,
So there is the playful,
mhm,
the one that you're using to play with, basically a safe word like pineapple juice or something like that, would be like the kinky safe word. And of course, there's the other real safe word that you're using because sometimes you forget the safe word in the
mm.
actual act, and she's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa,
True.
please stop." Then you know, okay, I went too far. I'm not gonna do it like that. But usually, you don't want to get to that word. You want to make sure you want to have something intermediate.
Mm,
For example, maybe the actual safe word is going to be the intermediate to the actual word, but like, hey, maybe she's going to communicate to you. A lot of times you don't even need that. You can hear by her sound, by the way she talks to you, by the way she communicates to you, that it is too hard or too soft, and she will communicate all along. And you can get it from that feedback. You don't necessarily need to get all the way to the safe word. And and usually that's not something that you need to get into unless it's something like you already spanking her very hard. Obviously, like if she is in a capacity to say it. I mean, of course, I'm saying like if she's tied up and she's getting spanked, it's kind of hard to have a safe word right now. You have to have like a verbal consent or with
yeah.
your hand or something like that.
Mm,
But then again, that's like super advanced. I mean,
yeah. Makes
some
sense.
girls are into it, but most girls are not into that kind of BDSM. That's like,
You mean like tied up and stuff? Is that what you're saying? Tied
yeah,
up
yeah,
and get spanked?
that's a little bit
Mhm.
like a
That makes
lot.
sense. Yeah.
That's a lot of trust for
Mm.
her to have to you.
That's so true. Yeah, with
Like,
bondage.
that's like most girls are not gonna do that. Like
That's true.
that's beyond like that's very hard level of trust. Now, one way you can do this, it's called love cuffs.
What's it called?
Love cuffs. It's like
Love cuffs. Okay.
special
Yeah.
Japanese ropes, they're called.
They go hard. Oh, is it like a handcuffs or?
No,
Rope.
no, it's just a rope,
Oh, okay, okay. I've not heard of it.
but as you're moving it, it ties you up more.
Ooh, I like it.
But you can untie it by yourself.
Hmm.
So in some ways you're tied up, in other ways you can just easily untie yourself. So that's
Hmm.
you get the kink, and at the same time you can free yourself. So it's actually more girls are going to be more into that because it's like it gives them the pleasure, and yet they're not feeling like they're trapped.
I like that. Sergey, you gotta like send me that the spelling of that like DMs later. I
Yeah.
to look
So
into it. That sounds really fun. You gave me so many ideas. Another question for you. Well, do you have more things you want to say to that? More thoughts?
that's about all the stuff about the pedals, especially the pedals you. And one thing I was telling some of my students about the pedals is that if you can get to spank a girl, you basically have her.
Mm,
Because pretty much if you're already getting her to get spanked,
mm,
she's gonna be, and if you turn her on,
mm.
that's already one way in.
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like I was telling people about that. It's like it's an easy way to get women who
Mm,
are into that kind of stuff because you'll be a different guy. Of course, obviously, don't show that around. At the same time, though, those cheap guys who are using just a hand,
mhm.
keep that in mind. You're not impressing her too much. Every guy has a hand,
Actually,
but
good
not
transition.
but
Good.
not every guy
Yeah.
has this. Now we can't
No,
see
that's a good transition. Actually, my question I was gonna ask you earlier was that so originally in the beginning I didn't have paddles and I have not even the one I bought from yourself, but just like I used to have a leather paddle, but I bought it later. So I didn't have that. So I was the hand guy, but I wasn't just a hand guy. I used like different things. I used like a slipper. I didn't really use a belt. I think the belt, the pain is similar to like a cane, but I didn't use a belt. I felt like uncomfortable, but I used.
but
Yeah, go.
this is almost as good as a belt, the
Is
canes,
it? Yeah.
because the problem with the belt. Although the belt is good, but in some ways it's too much like
Yeah.
some girls will discipline that way.
Mm.
Too
Yeah.
much,
Trauma. Yeah.
too much trauma.
Mm.
Second about this, it's not necessarily as pleasurable as they like it to be because
Mm.
you can swing it too hard, you can miss it, and it's gonna swing in the well, it's gonna swing in the wrong place,
That's
and it's
true.
gonna be
Yeah.
super painful as
The
well.
vagina.
Yeah, aiming it is part of the problem too. So the pedals, the good thing is that plus your hand is gonna hurt. Trust me. Some girls have really hard ass.
Oh, trust me, I've
You
hurt my wrist before, bro.
learned your lesson about doing hands, right?
Yeah, no, that's why I went to this. That's why I went to the slipper. I was like, damn, girl, look at where's your slipper? No, but my question, Sergey, is for the guys who don't have a paddle, okay? Are there any household items they can use for now, before they buy your paddles, to justify for the paddle, if that makes sense?
Household, I guess the belt would be one of those things. I guess it has to be something that works pretty good. You can find a stick outside probably and
How about
make
this?
it look like a cane, I guess.
How about this one?
What the no, definitely not. Um, yeah, there is
This
sometimes
outside.
you can get creative, you can find stuff, but most of the time the hand is probably what is is good for newbies. But then, just like I said, after a while your hands start holding and you realize that the pedal is just better investment
That's true. Yeah.
because your hand. You probably learned that the hard way a few times because you've been probably
How
doing
do
the
you
hand a
know
lot.
this? How do you know I learned this the hard way? Can you see it in my face? Is that why?
You probably did it a few times with a hand, and you're
Yeah, it
like,
hurt.
man, I thought I'm gonna get muscles, but your hand doesn't get muscles, no matter how many times you hit that place.
That's so true. Yeah.
So you eventually like, okay, I gotta get something else. So you got
Yeah.
the little pedal
That's
because the hand was just like,
couldn't do it.
uh, and the thing is, the hardcore girls who are really into it,
Hmm.
you gotta really spank them hard, and your hand is gonna go before the ass does.
Yeah. Oh my God. You bring flashbacks. But yes, you're
You
right.
own that one, right?
You're 100% on point. Yeah. And then after that point, that's where I got the leather paddle. and the leather. I use it with every girl. Then I realized, leather is not good to use with this multiple girls. And then that's when I met you.
Well, leather is not it's not hygienic either in some
Yeah,
ways.
that's what I'm
And,
saying.
and it gets nasty because you can't even wash it.
Yeah, I know. I used to with, I won't say how many girls, but I used to with
With this, you can actually wash.
yeah.
So a wooden pedal is superior when it comes to that. It also looks more fancy.
Mm,
And that's another thing. Girls like fancy stuff. So
mm,
obviously, if you have fancy pedals hanging on your wall,
mm,
they're gonna worship you like that.
mm. Love that.
Versus you have like one pedal and you have the hand.
Mm,
It's still like, okay, you can prove it to me how good your hand works, but
mm.
then at the end of the day, you better be doing something else with that hand than just like my hand hurts, now I can't even help you.
That's a put it, yeah. Mm. How about and we haven't spoken about obviously and maybe it's not for this call, the different toys. But how about and I was just wondering this in my mind, how about electrifying? Electrifying with a paddle. Like you put a electric thing on the paddle.
I don't play with electricity, but
Bzz.
there is a hearing device that's electrical.
Hmm.
Most women don't like anything electrical, so I would not even go there.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, there is some girls who are into it, but you have to find like super sadistic
Hmm.
um, girls who actually enjoy that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
The minority of that, finding that, it's like winning the lotto. It
Actually,
comes
I
pretty
with one
hard.
with one of my exes, I used to go to a lounge and I won't say the name, you can find it on FedLife, but it was an electricity type of a lounge. So they actually advertised that. I actually got not spanked, but I got like bzz, like the guy zapped me. Oh man, it was such a weird feeling. Okay. I didn't like it. It was
If I
weird.
can find it, I'm gonna give you the it's actually a healing zapper,
Interesting. Okay.
but you can buy that. It's like expensive. I'm gonna
You
see
have
if
it
I
in
can
your
find
shop?
it for you on Amazon. I have one of those.
You don't
You want
sell
to
it in
see
your
it?
shop, Sergey?
I don't know because it's you have to have handmade stuff. But I'll show you what it is.
Yeah, I have no. I'm trying to articulate what it is, but if you have it, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I have one of those. That's not for that purpose, but you can use it for that because that's actually a healing device.
Interesting.
So, but it
Whoa, what
will.
is that? It was like a taser.
It's like a small taser. It's a miniature one, and you can find how do you want to do it. But the
Interesting.
good thing about this thing,
It's cool.
unlike other devices, that's actually a healing one.
How do you use that as a healing wand?
You find points. It actually scans and you find body points, and then you
Mm,
press on it, and it's supposed to, it's like acupuncture,
wow.
basically. But at the same exact time, you can use that for BDSM. So that's actually a good BDSM device because it only gives you a good voltage that's
Mm,
supposed to heal you.
interesting. Okay.
But at the same time, it's also going to be fun. So
Just to double check, that's not something you're gonna use like on your dick, right?
you can, if you adventurous.
That's true. You're right. Why did I even ask the question? You're right. Of
Yeah,
course.
because you're
Yeah.
probably going to buy it and try
Yeah. What's it called? Censoring when you got the people put things up their pee hole. It's called.
I think this this interview is gonna get censored by YouTube after this.
Yeah, no. This part of it. Don't worry. No one's no.
Nobody is
Okay.
gonna
We'll
get
live. We'll live.
nobody is gonna get this far, you mean?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they're gonna get to this part. They're gonna be like, "Yo, where did this go? Yeah, is that a taser? What is it? Yeah. No, it's funny.
Okay, so next you want to say about that?
Let me see. Right now, I don't have a question, but if you have something that you wanted me to ask, you could answer it.
Always said that other devices. Another thing I recommend, I don't sell in my shop anymore
Mm.
because Etsy only allows you handmade. So keep
Really?
this in mind. So that those things are handmade.
Mm.
If you're selling something that's not, that's why I don't sell things like that in my shop
That
because
makes
it's
sense.
not handmade.
Yeah.
You can sell vintage or you can sell handmade that you made yourself or somebody helped you make. But one thing that w women enjoy, and you already have this in your collection, is butt plugs.
Hell yeah.
But a lot of thing there is misconception about butt plugs.
Mm.
They're not. You should always have two sets of them.
Mm. Why?
One for the butt and another one for the pussy. You can't mix them around.
I s- no,
And
what would you use? I've never used a v- vagina plug.
well, you can use the butt plugs for vagina pleasure. They
Really?
come,
Next girl. Okay, next girl. Next lucky girl.
but you should probably have a different set for that. Let's put
That
it
makes
this
sense.
way,
Yeah,
because it's not supposed to double dip in both holes.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Obviously, if you're using those things, you should have a condom on them so they don't, you
Mm.
can throw them out because it's more
Not
hygienic.
the same condoms you sense, right? With the butt plugs, or like it doesn't
Just
matter. It can be any
just
condom.
any, it doesn't matter what condom you use.
Okay.
Obviously, if you're not using a condom, that thing, whatever, if she has something,
Slippery, bro.
well,
Like,
if she has something, you definitely don't want that
oh,
to spread to the next girl. Um,
yeah.
I would rather just gift her that stuff if I've been you. But at the same time, I'm just explaining that to you that um, the I mean, for some girls, like for example, manual simulation is great
Mm,
and gets her into it.
mm,
So for some of them, like if you're playing around with her, you're doing things with her, want to escalate it, you get the plug and
makes sense.
playing until she's ready to do stuff she's more
Mhm.
excited about.
I thought it
But
was
that's
more.
oh, that's advanced, especially if you're already if she's already your girlfriend or you've been dating around for a
Yeah,
while and you wanna try something new.
that's interesting. I actually, to this day, to this exact second surgery, I never used butt plugs for pleasure. I use them for anal sex, like to prep her for anal. Because if I have the butt plug, it would just be like, one, two, three fingers to create that gap. But the butt plug, only used butt plugs for anal sex.
Well,
I've
if you
never
want
used
to,
it for
well,
like pleasure.
if you're doing that, you have to have a lube.
No, of course, of course. No, trust me. Yeah.
Yeah, so but that's the thing. So that's the other thing about that. And of course, if you're gonna get one more thing from my shop, third item, I'm just gonna send you a whole set of another
Just,
one.
just send me. Okay, just send it to me. Just send me.
I'll
Yeah.
just send you
Different
an
color. Send
whole.
me the gold one. I want different color, purple or something.
Yeah, I was saying if you get like you already have
Okay.
two of them, if you're getting the third
Hmm.
or whatever item you're getting, I'll just give you another set of
Yeah.
plugs you
Oh, that
can
makes sense. Just
and
I see what you're saying. Yeah. That
and
makes
you
sense.
can just use that for whatever stuff you want to
Hmm.
do it for. But that would be like specific one for. There was actually two kinds. There was the metal and there was the silicon ones.
Hmm.
And the silicon are much softer and it gives them different sensation.
Yeah.
The
Interesting.
metal ones you can actually do hot and cold play.
Can you describe that?
You can dip them in ice cold.
Legit. How to? Okay. Yeah. Like put the ice in her butt, or you mean
No,
like?
no, no, no. You're putting the ice, putting something very cold. You're putting the plugs in there right away,
Oh
and you're
yeah.
taking them out. Now
Yeah.
they're cold
I can
sensation.
see how that would be. Yeah.
Or you can do the warm sensation, warm water, not hot.
Yeah. I'm gonna
Warm
say.
water, you dip them in there, and it's much warmer. Now you have the warm sensation in there.
Interesting.
So it's hot and cold play, and you can mix it around. You can have just hot and just cold, two
Hmm.
different sets, and now you have a whole play there.
Would you do would you do like for example cold for the pussy and then hot for the anus and then like obviously like, use different ones like would you do that too? Because I'm getting a lot of creative ideas in my mind now.
Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff. I mean, if you have a girlfriend, she wants to explore all this kinky things, yeah.
There's so many ideas. But you're expanding my mind. I'm a really kinky guy, but you just expand my mind in
But this is one of the most funnest things you can have when
hmm,
it comes to that because it's a cane.
hmm,
Most of the other stuff is just a pedal, and you wanna. This is more almost as close as you're getting to almost a belt, almost like a bamboo kind of a
Mm,
hitting by something very thin.
mm,
So it's almost very similar to this sensation, but it's much more different kind of a hit.
yeah.
So unlike getting this huge thing that gets you everywhere in the butt,
Mm,
isolated to
mm,
a very specific fine area. And
mm.
depends what part of it you're going to be hitting too. So this could be
Makes
really,
sense.
really
Yeah.
different than this one.
Oh, you're right.
But
Yeah.
with this one over here, you see,
Yeah.
there's three different sensations. So I don't one thing.
Well, you also got the fronts, right? Google like,
And if you really want to get adventurous, you can spank her the end of her feet,
oh, like, wait, what do you mean? Like her feet?
the bottoms.
The, what do you mean? The bottom of the feet?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. I've never tried it. Okay.
like that. The bottom of her
Interesting.
feet.
Okay. Yeah.
You can try that.
But I can't imagine like hard, right?
Not hard, but
Yeah. Imagine.
you can test it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna put my feet down like this and
Well, it's better with a pedal like this
yeah.
than the other pedals because those are the only ones you can probably do something like that with because they're much more wide and they can
Mm,
actually
that makes
do
sense.
that. Obviously, this is not going to work good for feet.
That makes
For,
sense. Yeah, that makes
but
sense.
that goes into that stuff. Obviously, it depends who you're dating because some girls like to get spanked in places most nobody wants to get spanked in.
Yeah, I met one of those girls before like that, and I was taken back. It's like, oh, you're going to get spanked there? Are you sure? Yeah, I had to like sign a consent form.
You never know who you're gonna find. But I guess what we have to do here, we have to split this into two different conversations, somewhere in the middle, so you can have this part of
Mm,
this whole
makes
interview and
sense.
then the
First part.
uncensored part, and then they have the private link to that one.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'll see what I can do. I'll see if I can split it up in like, seduction, BDSM, and also you're right, the more hardcore conversations we're having.
Yeah, so that would be for the people who are really into this stuff.
Makes sense. Yeah. That's a actually good call. Yeah, that's a
And the
good call.
people who want to get, there's going to be a discount link for some of those things because that's part of the fun. That's part, I mean, if you want to take your dating to a level you never experienced before, because think about this way, if you're having, you can have pussy sex with hundreds of girls, but
Mm.
this brings the thrill to the next level. Like how many asses can you spank? And you know what I mean, Armin, about that. This is totally different thrill.
Mm.
That's not even the same as compared to that because you'll be thinking different when you're walking around the mall and you see a hot woman. You no longer think about just fucking her. Now you're
Mm.
thinking about how well her ass looks and how good you're gonna spank her. Now I'm gonna plant this thing into your head. You'll be
I'm so
going to the
excited,
mall.
Sergey. I'm gonna go walk outside in the mall and I'm gonna look at.
Tomorrow, mark my words, tomorrow he's going to the mall and he's going to go and try to find somebody to spank with that pedal.
Yeah, listen, it's gonna happen. Yeah, the 16-inch one. Yeah, that's so funny.
He's gonna even walk around with that thing in South Beach right now.
I'll just have it like hanging around like a trophy. Okay, like a
Oh,
necklace.
you know what would be funny?
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah,
Putting this like a
yeah,
neck, like some guys have the neck tattoos.
yeah.
I have the
No, but that's really good peacocking too. Honestly, you're gonna get so many.
this is gonna be the next thing.
Mm.
Guys get into those new things,
Yeah.
put
Oh
rope
my
over
God. Yeah.
here.
Yeah. You should do it.
Like
Listen, like that's yeah.
some guys get the chain. Just
Yeah.
think this way.
Listen, I would get that. I'm not really a fan of bling blings, but I would get the paddle bling bling. Okay, that's so sick. Actually, but Suchi, it's really not a bad idea though. Like, I'm just serious. Just imagine that. Imagine having that. Maybe not like the most scariest one because you're gonna have to pass security, right? Just having a paddle, like maybe a small one, yeah, the one that's good for the beach.
No, I'm talking about the beach game. You're going
I'm talking
around
about
on the
going to like
beach.
the club or going to a pool party with the paddle.
I don't think you'll be able to pass
That's what I'm
the
saying.
clubs, but on the Lego South Beach, you have no short on. You have this hanging right on your neck.
Oh,
You
I
just
love
walk
that.
around.
Yeah.
That's like dope.
What if you have all of them, okay? Just same thing except flipped. You have them like different ones, long one, short one, just hanging here.
I don't know. I think that's overkill,
Actionable.
but I think having like one is
Yeah,
gonna be
I like
like
the idea.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. I'm
As a
not gonna
social,
try.
you know what's even better? You have one of your friends tape this stuff as a social experiment. Your YouTube channel is gonna blow up.
I'm gonna do it. You gave me an idea.
Your YouTube channel is gonna get to probably 1 million fans just from this video alone. From
Honestly, yeah,
you taping this stuff.
yeah.
You're probably writing this down because you're gonna do
I'm really writing it down. Okay, paddle around neck.
social
Honestly,
experiment.
yeah. So my handwriting's
I
ass.
bet nobody did that.
Not even young Mooch has done that. Yeah, good idea. It's in my journals, brother. And then you'll see it. Okay, I promise it. You'll be the first one I'll tag. You'll, you'll
Now you
definitely.
have to you have to have somebody who's gonna tape you. That's gonna be the
I know. I'll find somebody that will do it. Yeah.
that is gonna be
It will be weird if I have like the smart glasses.
yeah,
It
but
just doesn't make sense. I would do it.
they're not gonna see you
Yeah, it
wearing
makes so much
this.
sense, right? Yeah. Unless I bring it up like this, but yeah, yeah. Someone will record me.
But I think the best one for this is this one right here, like the X pedal, because you can actually, it's easier for you to hang this as
That's true, actually.
well.
Yeah,
And two, it's small in size. So
yeah.
you
It
actually
doesn't
will
look
be
so
able to,
threatening on the beach.
you can actually do it with those two holes. You see those two holes?
Yeah.
It'll be like perfect. You'll be actually bouncing well. This is going to be.
No, I can just listen. Oh my God, I can only imagine because I'm that guy. I'm that crazy guy. I can only imagine just like because like I've given massages to girls on beaches, okay, and now having that secret paddle, game changer, brother. That's gonna be the new. That's gonna be the new gambit. Okay, the paddle gambit.
I know you probably have to have this one too because this one is even
Gonna
bigger.
be in my pocket.
No. Oh no, you can change them around. Like this is
Oh, you're
small
right. Yeah.
size. This is small, the bigger.
When I
This one really stands out too, the red one. Like going to the beach and stuff, and you go to a girl and you're
Mm.
like, you have this on, and she's like, what do you have this for? And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I forgot to remove this from my last
Yeah.
spanking session.
Wait, what? What did you say?
I'm sorry, I forgot to remove this from my last spanking session. I kept it on my neck.
You're still attached to it.
It's like so dope, right?
Oh my God, listen, that's so funny. If I get banned from South Beach searching, you know why. I'm gonna be in the news. The life coach with the life coach with the paddle, okay, on South Beach. Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, you know what? You gave me an idea because you could have like a booth, okay, in like one of the strips in Miami. You could have a booth there. I'm sure a guy's gonna copy me after I say this. You're gonna have a booth and it says how hard can you get spanked, and then you have
No,
your
I have a better one, man.
what's up? Tell me.
You have to probably have 10 pedals to do this. Have
Hmm.
a whole booth there and it says they'll get spanked for $10.
Oh, you're a businessman. I love you. Okay, yes, yeah.
Something like that. I don't know
Yeah.
how much you want to make an hour, but
No, that's fine with me.
$20 spanking.
Yeah.
Pick the pedal.
Honestly, yeah, I love that. Yeah. Pick your poison. Yeah, I love that. That's actually, listen, I'm serious. Genius idea. That's a good idea. Definitely gonna. There's a lot of things I'm gonna try. But first I'm gonna try the beach one. And then
You have to have, just make sure you have LLC just for insurance purposes.
I
It'll
do.
be
I do. I do. Yeah, I have to
there.
just do a few things with it. But yeah, I have
Oh
that.
yeah, and the consent form before you go ahead and do
Yeah,
that.
right. You're right. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. This can't be like
Yeah,
spontaneous.
you have to
Like,
check the legal stuff
yeah,
about putting a
their
boot
ID.
and you
Yeah.
do spanking, but
Yeah. No, you're right. The last
but
thing you
who
want gets sued. Yeah.
but still, like if you're into just regular fun walking around this thing, it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe that's gonna be the new thing. I mean, who knows? After this whole phone call, I'll have every one of those things sold just because people want to get into this new thing about wearing those things on them.
No, imagine searching like a group of
It's
guys.
gonna
Okay.
be a
Oh,
whole new
yeah.
fashion statement. Just
Listen, that's a good yeah in Zara. Yeah. Yeah, in Zara. No, but I can imagine like a group
I
of
think we just
25.
started a tent that nobody got into
Oh, wait,
yet.
yeah, I know. New was it niche? New niche?
This niche is gonna explode
Yeah, honestly.
everywhere.
Yeah, the brand's gonna be called Sergey. Or
No,
you
no, not.
that's
I'm not talking about that. It's just gonna be a niche of people wearing
what I'm saying.
BDSM
Yeah. Yeah.
pedals. Like people have those jewelries around,
Yeah.
but they're
It's
wearing
gonna
the
be
pedal.
paddles now. Yeah. Well, what if you start saying that? Yeah, I who knows? Okay, that's so funny.
That's gonna be something.
That's gonna be wild. Yeah. I might definitely you best leave. First I'm gonna put the paddles on my car tonight. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. I'm really bringing that 16-inch paddle. Okay. And I'll tell you about it later.
Which one? The Trump one?
The biggest one. Yeah, yeah, the biggest one. Yeah.
No, no, I'm talking about this one. The boss.
Damn. I'm on sick, bro. What's that? Is that 15 or 14?
I think it's 16 inch.
16? It doesn't look 16 on screen.
Hold on, let me see. I'll tell you. 14. That's a
14. Okay.
14 one.
Interesting.
It's not that big. It's not one of the biggest ones, but
Yeah.
it looks pretty good.
Powerful.
Right balance between cute and perfect.
Mhm. I love that. Sergi, I hate to do this, but we're gonna have to wrap up. Okay. I gotta get going to my date. Gotta spank somebody. But this was amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. You're right. This call was more lively than the first one, but no, no big deal. We're just getting started. We have to do a third one too. And I want you the next one. Oh, we'll talk to it offline. But the next one I want to do with Chris Alvino. You want him because he's a sex and BDSM coach.
Okay.
It will be really, really. I mean, this was really fun as well. Okay, so we call us to the part three for just us two as again because I like talking to you. It's just really fun. Okay,
And
but otherwise, but
now
what's
you
up?
have some ideas, and I'll have to send you some of those things that you want to take a look at.
Yeah, please send me those ideas. And the other thing you mentioned, the rope. Remember you said the rope, like you
Yeah,
can
I will send you.
yeah, send me that too. Yeah,
I'll tell you the name of that, and you want the name of that shocking too, right?
I do actually. Even the one you have, that one's cool too. Yeah,
Yeah, I will send you a link. It's on Amazon, so you
sounds
can
like a plan, brother.
get your own copy. They don't have too many of those, so if you do find them, you should buy it
Yeah,
because
I mean, yeah, I will. I'm going. Yeah, I'll do it. Cool, Sergey. I don't want to cut this too short. But this was amazing. Okay, thanks for coming on here, brother. I love having you here. Do you have any last things you want to say?
well, that's about it, and it's gonna be a link below for all those wise enough to decide to watch it all the way until the end of this record.
Somebody will last.
It
Yeah.
got more wild as we went along, and if you actually
Yeah.
watched it till the end, you deserve the discount.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. That's actually good. We will put an affiliate link or something. But anyways, this was amazing, Sergey. You have a beautiful night, brother, and I will chat with you later.
All right, let me know how your date went.
I will definitely. Yeah. Well, trust me. Trust me. You're gonna know. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the what her expression was. Okay, the priceless face when she first, when she sees it. Okay.
Oh, one more thing, right before you go. When you do get one of those pedals,
Mhm.
go on a first date wearing that
Actually, a
thing.
good idea. I like it. Yeah. Well, I am like Persian Christian Grey, so yeah, I'll do that.
It's gonna be funny.
Yeah. Honestly, actually, that's a good idea.
That's gonna be so memorable too, especially if she decides to go out with you. She'll be like, on the first date, you're the one who got that on.
Keyboard paddle. Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah. If I'm gonna not even my date, like the staff members, the people, like if I bring it to like a dinner date because I like having steak. They're all gonna. I just like like,
You're gonna wear this
I'm
to the
gonna scare
steak
them and
table.
that too. Yeah.
You're gonna put this the steak table.
Oh, you're right. That's why I brought it. Imagine that, Sergey. I put it down on the table. I put the steak on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, you have to get the one that you can cut.
Yeah.
The one that looks all wooden.
Mm.
And you're like, hey, I have my own steak board.
That's a good idea. I love that. Yeah. That's
Nobody's gonna.
genius. Genius. Yeah, that's a really good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I will see you then.
All right. All right, brother. Have a good one. Catch you later.
Bye bye.
See you.